be supposedly a sort of split among certain Tea Parties, and I think a lot of us who are sympathetic to the Tea Party movement were afraid these kind of things would happen, where because of the conservative nature of the party, that there would be those who would just automatically lean Republican, and there's many excuses. I call them excuses because I think that's what they are. But you're going to split the ticket and give the Democratic the win, or we need to keep the power with the people who have the quote unquote experience. Why do you think that has happened? Do you think it's legitimate, or do you think that I've always said there's no leader in the Tea Party movement. I don't think anybody should proclaim themselves as a Tea Party leader. I think the Tea Party is us. How do you feel about how that whole thing happened, and how do you think we can remedy it and just get people together and start ignoring these letters, the R's and the D's and the I's?
Well, it's going to be difficult because some of the Tea Party people that I have encountered in my area are just becoming part of the machine again. They want an R in that winning box. And most people that belong to the Tea Party are saying, look, let's get the best person for the job. We don't want to care about Democrat, Republican, this, that, and the other. But a lot of the emails that I have been sent from Tea Party members are saying just what the political machine is saying, and that is we've got to unseat as many Democrats as possible. We have to get an R in that winning box. And that is not the core belief of the Tea Party. And so they have drifted away from that, those values, and can't be trusted to deliver the message of the Tea Party. So those Tea Parties, I think Jim had said it before, are suffering an identity crisis. Mm-hmm. What we can do is keep voting and keep talking about our voices being heard at all levels of the government, and we can do this by not writing me off but writing me in.
Mm-hmm. For those who are just tuning in, this is the Amy McManus Show. I am speaking with Attorney Jim Ostrowski and Congressional candidate Janice Volk, and we will be right back and continue our conversation. Welcome back to the Amy McManus Show. I'm speaking with Congressional candidate Janice Volk and Attorney Jim Ostrowski, and also for the record, the leader of the Tea Party movement in Cattaraugus County declined an interview, and Congressional candidate Tom Reed also did not respond to my request for an interview as we sit down here with Janice Volk. Janice, why do you think, I mean, obviously it's kind of ironic because when you talk to the machine, and it doesn't matter if it's an R or a D, they'll claim, well, she wasn't following the rules, or, well, she doesn't have the experience, and kind of putting you down on a certain level and they're on a much higher level. But obviously you were perceived as a threat, and that's kind of the irony of this is it seems that so many people were working very, very, very hard to push you off, and that, I don't know, that tells me that you were perceived as a threat. And just to get a little political here, why do you think you are a threat to them? Why do you think they felt that they had to do so much to prevent the people of the 29 to just even have a choice?
Because I can't be bought, and my record as of working for the district in my local community proves that I have the integrity. People can trust me. My values are written and granted. I've consistently made good decisions throughout my livelihood here by raising the 6 children in this district that can't be touched, and people will tend to gravitate toward people that they can trust. And they knew that if I were on the ballot and had a chance, that Tom Reed would have been odd man out. Mm-hmm. So that's basically what it came down to being. He had to play dirty pool.
Mm-hmm. I think also, I think any of them that are really in the thick of politics are just threatened by us regular folks.
Ordinary citizens.
They've had their positions for such long periods of time, and they're in the know, and feel threatened by any of us regular folks because they'll see that we are likable. We're likable, and we have an effect on people, and then they're in trouble. Jim, getting back to you about this whole Tea Party, Republican Party split,